Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Sidequest Gaming, where we take a look at both old games and new to try and uncover some of those little hidden gems you might want to give a shot for yourself and add to your wish list. Today we're looking at a tower defense game by the name of Tower Tactics Liberation, developed by a little indie developer named AzraWorks. And we're going to dive in and have a few games today. It's got some roguelike elements to this game where you kind of unlock resources that you can purchase to kind of have a series of upgrades attached to your playthrough, and that you can level up playthroughs as you go to create interesting and different challenges for yourself, which are quite fun. Now, we're just going to play for about half an hour, give a shot, see whether this is something that you like. If you're into tower defense games like me, this is one of those really good games that you can just kind of play while you're watching YouTube or listening to something else. So we've dived in. Right off the bat, we can pick a trinket. So this is kind of trinkets, so think of them like artifacts in other games. They're kind of run defining, and you can collect a whole range of different ones. So our choice here is we can start with 5 extra max health. We can have enemies having 12% less armor and magic resistance, or we can start each combat with a sentry, which is a tower. We have health up here, we have gems over here that we spend, and then we've got all these different little stats underneath, like attack speed and armor break and luck and things like that. Let's go with them starting with less armor and magic resistance. I think that's a really good start. So this is what the kind of map looks like that we work through in Tower Tactics. It's a bit almost like FTL, where we move through different events and areas that we can like upgrade our kind of run through to eventually get to this boss battle down here. So for example, we can go to the Forge to start off with, and we can spend some of our gems on upgrading our overall towers. So for me, I always like to kind of hit it with a bit of attack speed. I think having a bit of extra attack speed is always a positive thing. So we've spent 30 of our gems. We could also increase our range, which is not a bad idea, or we could increase luck. I'm just going to sit on it. I'm just going to keep that money. Now we could go do an event, a rest site, or an enemy. So let's go do an enemy so we dive into a battle. Now this is what it looks like. This is the majority of our gameplay here. Down the bottom you see we have our towers, we have our mana over here for each turn that we spend to put our towers down, and we have the ghosted kind of route that the enemy will go along to get to the finish line. Each of these blocks we can put a tower on has a different effect. You can see the yellow tiles give plus 10% to attack damage and range. The blue ones give plus 30 to magic, but minus to attack and to one of the other stats that I don't remember off the top of my head. These ones increase the range, but decrease the attack, so on and so forth. The red ones are just negative. add a card to our deck. We could get a magic launcher. Ooh, that's pretty good. Gain 1 shield, then summon a random tower. I think we want the magic launcher because our little artifact was making it so they have less magic resistance, which sounds right up our alley. Now we can go to the rest site, upgrade a random stat. Health went up. Let's go to the event. Free your mind, heal your spirit. It's always a good time for introspection. Okay, we can strongly increase 1 random stat. Down for that. Okay, an elite battle. Okay, we have 5 range. Another magic launcher because that is putting in the work. And this is the last round, so let's see how they go. Infantry and a medic. Okay. Nice. And there. All good. 39 crystals. Add a card. Okay. upgrade our basic archer to a special archer. So that dramatically increases its damage and its fire rate. As you can see. Ooh, not loving that, but we got through. Alright, add a card to our deck. I mean, that's pretty good. It's another emblem, but it's still filling our hand with stuff that we, you know, can't attack. Telescope. Towers gain plus 12% range. Won't argue. Alright, enemy. Cool. Alright, so let's just go straight here in the middle. Get as much range as possible. I'm not going to actually put the vortex down because I feel like we've got enough there just with the sniper. And let's see what we get next. I will put an archer down just to have a little bit of extra damage happening out. But I'm hoping for another sniper to come up. Yep, there we go. We'll put that over here. And we're just going to lean into those snipers. Gain +1 crystal for each 2 cards in your hand. So we'll get 4. Oh, we finished the round anyway. Round start. Create 2 grey tiles on a random free spot on the map. Convert 2 red tiles into grey tiles. So that's an enchantment. It disappears, but we get the effect till the end of combat. That's pretty cool. But I think I'm going to take an archer. We've got basic archers. That's like an upgraded one just as a base level. Now we can play the boss. Alright, boss is 8 rounds. We're starting with the rookies. Liking both my first pulls of the magic and an archer, so let's just drop those in and send it holding 2 in reserve. Cool. Alright, premonition. Do I want another basic archer? I do. Hold on to the 2. Okay, yep, that's good enough to carry it. Ooh, okay. Well, we'll do the basic archer to upgrade that into a normal one. Do I want to... I want a sniper, but instead I'm going to get the normal archer and hold the 1. Okay, yep, that works. Might as well get the sniper now. Put that there. Done, let's go. We'll have to save a bit of mana, I think, for a bit, but... unless something good comes out, which it did, we kind of want the upgraded magic launcher. So if we ever see the magic launchers, we want to spend those. Ooh, that's looking a bit rough. Okay, just got through there. Premonition and go again. So this is wave 6. He's looking a bit problematic. Pause him there with the lightning so that a few more hits got off him. I think he would have gone through if I hadn't used that thunder on him. Magic launcher there to upgrade him. Hold the mana and see how we go there. We've got 1 more round after this one. Ready to thunder if we need. It did not need it. Okay, last round. Might as well just drop down both basic archers and send. There we go, just stop him. Oh, he's going to get through. That's a shame. Okay, but does 2 damage, so we're okay. Add a card. We will add... ooh, an extractor. That gives us some... basically, it's just like an economic card, so we get some... I think it's gems each round? I think it's gems each round. I don't really love any of these, though. Maybe the disruptor to slow it. Maybe I just go more premonition. Okay, obtain a trinket. What do we want? All towers now target cloaked enemies. I mean, that's good. Elites give 2 trinkets instead of 1. That's very good. Oh, but that's kind of warning us that cloaked units are coming up and we need to worry about them. But I like the idea of the extra trinkets. Orb of Strength can't be removed. Gain 1 mana more each round. Absolutely. Okay. Let's go. We've got a fair bit of money, so let's go to the shop. Okay, we can buy some extra cards. All towers now target cloaked enemies. That's probably worth us getting. We're going to get that enchantment card because we just had kind of a bit of warning we might be coming up against some of those. We can remove cards, duplicate cards. We can get peace of mind. Choose a card from your deck. Remove all cards from your deck that are the same. Okay. Loyal Companion. Combat start, summon a random tower. That's pretty cool. Free tower at the start. Towers remove one magic resistant when their shots hit. I think I want both of these. I don't think I can afford them though. I can't, but I did get the Loyal Companion. That's good. Could re-roll this, but I don't necessarily have enough mana to do... Sorry, gems to do much more with it. I think we're good with that. We're good. Let's do an elite. Okay, premonition. Sniper. Bang there. And then let's throw in these archers because why not? So 10 rounder. We're gonna get 2 mana each round this time. Cool. I mean, might as well do that as one and throw in another basic archer. Could have thrown in, can throw in an extra. There we go. So a special archer. Perfect. And we can now see cloaked units for this round. Sorry, this whole set of waves. Okay, let's put down a magic launcher and a vortex, because why not? Having that extra mana makes a huge difference to what we're able to produce. But as the game goes on, that will, like, it does match the curve quite well as we move through it. Premonition? Sniper? Yeah, that'll do. We've got our health back from one of these previous emblems that we held on to. So these different card types actually allow for some really different gameplay mechanics in the deck building basis. You can really focus on just the towers or focus on having a whole lot of different enchantments that do various different things. It allows for quite a bit of diversity in terms of how you set up your gameplay. And as the rounds progress, you do wind up on maps where every single one of the tiles is covered by towers as you're trying to survive the giant waves. I missed an absolute opportunity there to stop him and kill that, but at least I slowed it down there. Let's go the special sniper, and they are starting to push through, so I'm going to sit here ready with a... Yep, but I think they're actually going to make it through. We are needing some more armor break, I think, because that's going to do a fair bit of damage to us. What can I do? Put a magic one there. I guess we're just going to have to do that. I should have put a bomber. That was a mistake. But we are now starting to put in a fair bit of damage on them, but I'm having to use my spells to be able to kind of keep up, which is of concern. I'll put a bomber down because I feel like that might help with just some of the types of damage output we're getting. Juggernaut does not sound positive for us. Don't have a spell I can use either, but we just got through. Wave 9, 2 shield breakers and a tight 3-star. Interesting. I am concerned. What am I going to go? Yeah, probably the sniper. Just for the range factor. Be able to put a bit more damage on, still at a distance. Alright, let's see. Okay, we're putting on the hurt. What's happened there? Yep, I think we... Do we have him? Oh, it's going to be a close one. No, he's healing. He's healing. He got through. Oh, almost dropped us all the way down. I reckon I can get a bomber tower. That's extra good there. Alright, let's see how we go. It's the last round. Don't have a spell. Can't afford for many to get through. But I think we've got through enough that we'll survive a round no matter what right now. But they have got through. Now, you can change whether the towers are hitting highest health or lowest health and things like that. That lets you kind of strategize. Gain 15 crystals every time a cloaked unit uncloaks. That's pretty cool. Sentries last for 2 more. Okay, cool. What do we want to do? Let's do the event. Lose corrosive potion. Gain bag of gold. Lose 84 crystals. Well, that's a pretty simple one. Trade that for more. Enemy. Archers. Sniper. Go. We are only on full health, so we do need to be aware of the danger we are in. Okay, cool. Archer, go. Save some. They're just taking passive damage from one of our... I think one of our trinkets is passively damaged them. Divinity, Sniper, sorry, Premonition, I don't know why I called that Divinity. And a magic launcher. Last round, done. 42, add card. Divination, yep, do that. Horde. Premonition. Sniper. Go. Okay, 2 minutes 30 something. Let's drop down towers. Basic archers out, upgraded. Getting quite the mana increase as we go. Got a sniper there. I'm going to hold for a minute because overload should mean we... Yeah, see how we now get 3? So if we can hold off spending, the mana's just going to increase for us. Which will then increase the amount that we can like mass produce guys if we need to. As you can see, it's already kind of starting to skyrocket a bit up to 11. Get a vortex. Basic, but they are definitely catching up on us. Throw down a thunder, I'll slow them down a bit. Put a bomber. Draw 2 cards. Lightning light, slow them down a little bit. A little bit of lightning, only 20 minutes to go. Put out a fireball. Sorry, 20 minutes, 20 seconds. Alright, and it can't be removed, we're cursed. Yep, but I think, yep, we got this. Nice. Okay, cool. Crystals, 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 add a card. Towers cannot be deactivated. Create 2 grey tiles. Riftmaker teleports enemies back. Let's do that. Event. Store 2 health. Probably that, yeah. We need the health. Let's go in elite. Premonition. Sniper. Basic archer. Send it a little bit faster. 10 rounds. Okay. Ooh, so as you can see, you wind up in this really interesting pattern where, you know, between both the towers you choose to place and the spells you choose to keep in your hand, you can go down routes that are very spell heavy, where it's all just about building, you know, just about holding on to spells that you throw out and manually destroy the enemy as they come through. Or you can go down this route that's very much about your tower placement or enchantments, which is great. Cool. It's a great idea. The variety is really cool. Quite an interesting approach to a tower defense game, and it does create quite a bit of replayability in the process. Riftmaker, this tower here, if enemies enter it, it's going to teleport them back to the start, which is awesome. So in a minute we will get through this round, or we won't, and I will go back and show you the start where you can choose from different... Actually, we'll do it now because I think we're getting to about that kind of time. I'm going to save and quit, and when we go back here, if we go to play, this is what you can use your in-between kind of roguelike gems for. You can click here and buy these different multipliers, these different I guess, abilities that you can put in the slots here. This is your sanctuary. Right now, the ones I've got equipped give me plus 30 crystals, plus 10% crystal modifier, plus 2% max health, plus 1 luck, plus 1 starting mana. You can see how you really build the character you want to run with, and you use the gems that you are getting through the runs to buy different ones here to then be able to customize your playthrough. You start with none of these. You also have a deck. So these are all this is the cards in the deck that I'm currently playing in that run that you just saw. But we can change our decks, and there's a whole lot of different ones that unlock that have completely different play styles and different play patterns. We've been playing this leading legacy one, which has the archers, the bombers, and the snipers. But there are very magic-based decks. There's ones. This one is just 12 random cards every time you play, so it's just completely random. Could work, could not work. This one is very low on what you start with, just an archer and an electric beam. So as you can see, there's very different things here, and it allows for some really interesting and very different play styles. So this is Tower Tactics Liberation. It's a really fun, really interesting little tower defense game that you can absolutely lose massive amounts of time on in a really enjoyable way without realizing. This has been Sidequest Gaming. Thank you for spending some time with us. Thank you for watching through to this part of the video. If you did, as always, please like, subscribe. Really makes a difference to me personally, and I'll see you in the next one. But definitely worth a wish list. Definitely worth giving a shot if you're into tower defense at all. Have a great day. Catch you in the next one. Bye.